make sure you click that bell so you know when I upload. What's going on, my fellow aces? It's me, Ace, and welcome back to another in-depth analysis, video of intro of what am I talking about? Sorry, wait, can I start again? I'm gonna be talking about Naruto Boruto Strikers. I don't care about the name. It's really long and convoluted and it doesn't make much sense. This game is, without a doubt, probably new to the Naruto genre. It's the first game to have flat-out character creation. Its combat system seems a little bit more in-depth and in tune to how Naruto is. And you get to create your own ninja. That's the best shit about it. Like, come on, guys. You get to be a ninja. Get to be a motherfucking ninja! Okay, so my first consensus is, let's talk about the graphics. People may seem to have a gripe about how it looks, but in reality, you have to take an in-depth look at it and compare it to not the show or the Storm games that have absolutely blown me away by how it looks, but actually look at it from a manga perspective. Look at how the characters are made into detail in proportions to how the manga looks. I might put up a little screenshot so you can see how it looks, and then you're probably like, oh wow, I see what he's talking about. They kind of look like the manga variations of the characters. And I think that's what the developers were going for. If that was their intention, then yeah, yep, you aced it. Pretty cool. If not, then damn, I just gave you credit. Now, let's talk about if this game can be competitive or not. From what the looks of it and what I've seen gameplay-wise, I look at the modes and all that good stuff, I honestly don't believe this game's gonna be too competitive or too hard to get on board to as a Naruto fan. And even if you're not a Naruto fan, you just want to pick it up and say, hey, I skimmed through the series, it looks okay, I don't really want to play the Storm series, which you should. Wait a minute, wait, I take that back. Play the Storm series first, and if you want to have a good fun Naruto game, play this. Storm is fun, but not when you're facing people that can kick you all up and down the map without losing a single inch of their health. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers is going to be about. So this game is about Ninja 4v4. That's basically what it's about. You have to interact with people online. I know, it's a hard thing to do. Even though we don't like cooperating as humans, that's just what we have to do. And there are different roles. There's your attacker, your healer, your ones that defend, and the ones that throw stuff from a distance. I'm not sure why that's a thing, but yeah, that's what they do. There's basically ninja domination, and then there's ninja capture the flag. It's getting really hard not to compare it to a Call of Duty game at this point. And in the past trailer, this new trailer that we got, there's something called submission mode. Not quite sure, but from what I can tell, you get various missions or scenarios, and then you have to play them out with your team. Which is pretty cool because this allows the developers to be as creative as possible. Judging by how this game looks, they're not going by timelines or any constraints at that point. They're not being restrained. They can throw anything at you at that point. So, say you have to battle a horde of ninja, which would be pretty cool, which they tried to do in the Storm series, but it always, was only story mode only. We never got like an actual mode where we fought a bunch of ninjas. And potentially we could be doing that. From what I've seen in the trailer, they'll throw like giant boss battles at the end, because I saw Susanoo, Killer Bee, and from another trailer, it was Kurama at the end. Pretty hyped to be, running around, doing sick backflips. Oh, as well as the movement. Let's definitely get into that. It's supposed to be like ninja parkour, but from what I've seen, they move pretty fucking stiff. I don't know if we have time to if they have time to brush up on that and make it look as fluent as possible, but I don't see. I'm not quite sure if they can do that with the character models. If they do, it'll surprise the hell out of me. So, let's talk about character creation. You can create your own ninja. And that is what the fan base has been asking for ever since the Storm series, but obviously the Storm series is not going to deliver that due to the fact that it's the Storm series is a mainstay to the main story. Now, as this is a free fighter, you get your own little ninja. I heard somewhere there will be like 1 million customizations that you can give them, and I don't know how the hell they're gonna pull that off. And if it'll be DLC, free DLC maybe, they'll just throw in maybe some hats or some cloaks or some shit, like, they can, the thing is though, they can look back at the series and just put it in a whole bunch of costumes that they've seen, like, oh, this looks cool, throw that in. That's a good thing about the creation. Now, my issue is, will the characters look too much like the main characters that we see in the story? Like, there's one guy that looks almost exactly like Naruto, except he has red hair, which is kind of a shout out to him being Uzumaki. They always wanted to give him red hair, I think. It'd be cool if he had red hair. As well as this, you can also create the character, but I don't think they'll get their own village to be at. Because I noticed in the trailer that they all gather at the Hidden Leaf. So you will be able to have a character from, say, the Hidden Rock, or, you know, the Hidden Sand, but they'll all pretty much join at the Leaf Village to do whatever they have to do. And that brings up another point. Will this game have a story mode for your character? Will he be like the hero of the village? I mean, if Naruto and Sasuke's there's no point for you to have to be a hero. But it'd be cool if they just sat back like, oh no, we can't defeat this enemy. It's up to you, the random ninja number 3. Now, Jutsu. I'm not sure if they're going to take a Xenoverse route where, well, they did mention mentors. You will have ninja mentors. So say if you run around the village and you see Sasuke somewhere on the ground, as he always is, for some reason, you'll be able to learn from him. You probably might have to, you know, battle him for a little bit, and he'll probably, you know, they'll pretty much do the Xenoverse route. But the thing that makes that tricky is Naruto's is kind of complex. Jutsu isn't unlocked willy-nilly. Well, specifically clan jutsu. Like, say, if you're a Byakugan wielder, you'd have to be born into the clan to get the Byakugan. If you want to be an Uchiha, you'd get the Uchiha eyes or the Sharingan. But the modes to that Sharingan is kind of odd. Like, so, say if you do get the Sharingan, will you have to murder another player a couple of times to unlock it? Like, will you have to, like, have your health really low? Or is it just a simple customization, like a flick of the eyes on the character creation screen? And if that is, that's really disappointing. I want it to be like in-depth. I want it to stay true to the Naruto fashion. From Mangekyo, you know, beat the shit out of your best friend on another mode and then you'll get the Mangekyo. Rinnegan. Oh, say if you want the Rinnegan, maybe you have to die a couple of times. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the point. I want it to be in-depth. And if it's not, you know, that's fine. But, you know, it'd be kind of weird for everyone to be running around with Rennegans, and they stated that the Rinnegan is super hard to get, considering you have to die. But other than that, you know, a million customizations. That's damn cool. Everyone's gonna run around looking like an Uchiha. That's cool with me too. You know, hashtag bring back the Senju clan. Alright, let's talk about the mainstay characters. Obviously, the main characters will be in the game, with the inclusion of Boruto. Now, Boruto is a bit touchy. Will they add his generation, or will they only just say have Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki? Are they not going to add Shikadai or, you know, Chocho? Will they add them? Not quite sure. You know, this game got a little bit of time to come out, but it'd be dope if we had the older versions of the generation we know and, you know, the young kids of the new generation. Okay, so now I got that out of the way. Let's kind of loop back to character creation. Sage mode. Will you learn from Naruto specifically Sage mode, or Jiraiya Sage mode? Even fucking Kabuto Sage mode. That would be dope to learn. This is what I'm expecting to see for this game. I've seen in the trailer you could use weapons, and that's dope, from around the ninja series, but I have a feeling everyone's gonna be running around with Samehara, or, you know, Zabuza's blade. Like, let's really get all the ninja weapons in there. Again, you use generic shuriken, giant demon windmill shuriken, generic ninja sword, Sasuke sword. You know, let's do that. Let's actually open and expand upon weaponry. Madara's scythe, Madara's fan. I may be, if they do that, that'll be fucking phenomenal, and I'll play this game religiously for the rest of my life if that's the case. Really though, I just want to create a Senju with Madara's hairstyle, just so I can shit all over the story. Now let's talk combat system. I'll be honest with you guys, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like the combat or combos will be like too in-depth. It's gonna be, you know, your basic heavy, basic weak attack. And what's interesting about the jutsu thing is, will you get multiple jutsu, say 4? I'm guessing 4. It has to be 4. You can't just run in there with one jutsu. No ninja in Naruto ever uses one jutsu. You should have multiple abilities. And ninja parkour, that is also a thing. They seem to throw their shuriken or a zip line around the battlefield, and I want them to do like some sick flips, bro. Like, come on, let's really get in there. For Naruto Boruto Strikers in general, I think it's gonna be a fun little game to play. Nothing too serious, mostly, you know, just piling around, jigging around with your friends. Hey, you guys want to go play a Naruto game? And you're like, I'll kick your ass in Storm. I'm like, nah, I don't feel like going through that headache. How about we just play some Boruto Strikers, man? Come on. And cooperation is key. Cooperation is key. There are 4 of you. 4 of you on the battlefield. Don't be a dick and do not nothing and be inactive the entire time. This is based on a team effort. Team effort. Emphasis on team effort. Overall, all I have to say is you're probably gonna get shit stomped by my Madara / Hashirama character.